Great morning to each and every one of you on this wonderful Saturday. I'm going to honor you for this weekend that's coming up. I wanted to jump into this topics that I want to discuss real quick. You can also see me on Facebook Live. They're a little bit more detailed. And again, that's Elaine James. And you will be able to see me on Facebook Live also. So let's jump into this. So there is recently have been some are supposed to be such a great protest about immigration, ICE, and building a wall. I support every single one of them, and I will explain why. The ICE is responsible to making sure that policies and regulations in regards to those that are supposed to enter and cross these borders, as well as to protect from any type of criminal or violence, but to enforce overall our U.S. laws and rules and regulations. I say triple the number of employees for the ICE or the workers, because they're only doing their job. And the fact that we have that in place is so needed. We forget about the people that have crossed here illegally and have committed crimes. I think about the football player and the Uber driver and the guy that was illegally here and killed them immediately. And we think about also that time when there were these 5 young men that killed a 15-year-old girl, and all of them were illegal, but 3 of them needed somebody to interpret things in English. And then we have the audacity. Is this the thinking of American people to say such a thing as, well, the number of illegal people that are committing crime is very small? Let me tell you something. One death is too much. One murder, one attack, one form of violence is too much, and it will not be tolerated. In terms of immigration, a lot of this is number 2 things with the Democrats and the liberals. It ain't nothing but a propaganda to get people that don't know no better to vote on their side. And number 2, this is nothing but a ploy to play on the weaknesses of American people. We are a kind, compassionate nation, and we value and appreciate our freedom. We will help who we can as much as possible. But what we are not, American people, are doormats. We are not pushovers, and we do not keep bending the law to the point that we get disrespected on our own soul, in our own place, and that we get taken advantage of consistently. Let me make it plain. If I came into your house and I ate your food, I wash my clothes, I wash my body using the stuff that you have, I sit on your couch and I watch your TV, I drive your car, and you say nothing, because at one point you're paying for everything. You're paying for the TV. You're paying for the place. You're paying for the car. You're paying for the food and the clothes and the water and the lights and everything that go into it. And now you come to me and say, I need you to get out because you're contributing nothing. And I say to you, well, that's unfair, because when you let me in your house, use your car, ate your food, use your insurance, that you didn't have a problem. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to fight you because you're wrong. This is what happened with the United States of America. We have allowed immigrants to become squatters and to be law-breaking people. And if someone will illegally come here and not go through the proper process to do things, then they deserve to be dealt with the consequences of it. I have talked to many people, and they'll say to me, I got a brand new condo, a brand new house. I stay in the most richest place. I stay in the country club. I got trips. I make a lot of money. And then they kill it at the end and say, but I'm not here legally. I'm on visas that are extended. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. And I asked the question, can I ask you something? Well, this is unfortunate because I want to be sympathetic and understanding, and I want to be diplomatic in what I'm saying. Why haven't you done anything? Well, when Obama was in here and he had DACA and so and so had this and Bush had this and Clinton didn't do that, I just figured nobody wasn't going to look at it. And I said to you, every president is different. And the free ride and the jig gets to be ran out. And at the end of the day, if you start out wrong, do you think the house that you have, the car that you have, the businesses that you own, the money that you make, the lies that you didn't tell your children, you didn't tell them the truth, that you're not here legally, do you think that makes it right? Of course not. But still, I said, so guess what? You a squatter. Do you know what a squatter is? And I explained that to them. So everything that you have right now, you got it illegally. You stole it, and it probably more likely belonged to someone else. Listen, Trump is only enforcing the law. And the fact of with immigration, it is simple as this. America has been bleeding out for the longest. It needs to stop. We're no longer pushovers. We're no longer not stupid to the game. You're not going to take our kindness for our weakness. And it's totally unfair that you come over here, those who are illegal, don't go through the due processes like other people that do it, and have the gall to turn back and say, it's our fault. You know, when you do, like if a person was smoking cigarettes or drinking, and they become addicted to it, at one point, that person may say, you know what? I'm smoking too much. I'm drinking too much. So I need to stop because it's becoming an addictive, bad habit and behavior. Does that person go back, somebody tell him and say, no, you can't stop, even if it's good for your health to be better? No, you can't stop because see, once you started out wrong, you just need to stay wrong. You need to stay a drunk. You need to stay a person that is a caffeine addict. That doesn't make sense, right? So if it doesn't make sense for a person that's recovering from alcohol and drugs or smoking, why would it make sense for you to be here and make the excuse that because you thought that nothing was going to happen, that you don't have to pay consequences? See, you're crying out of fear. Now, you came over here, you got billions of dollars. We have billions of dollars that we pay for illegal immigrants to get free health insurance. And we got Americans and veterans that are struggling even to get a tetanus shot or even to get a checkup. That's not fair. We need to take care of our own. Clean up your house so that you may have visitors. You don't have visitors, and while they're there, clean up your house. And the liberals and the Democrats will have you to believe, let's continue to bring a mess over here, because what they want to do is say, listen, we get you over here, then you vote for us. Because the American people are majority Trump and Republican. You got that right. And then they're not given the right. They don't have the right to vote here. They're not even a legal citizen. I'll be glad when it becomes nationwide that all votes from illegals be all enforced, that they are illegal, they cannot vote, and turn them right back around at the poll. I'm glad they repealed the Obamacare, because there are people. I even said one time, my sister, I asked her, she's a waitress, she got the Obamacare. Her deductible was like $5,000 or $7,000 or $500, and she was paying like $50 or $60 or $72 a month. I said, it don't make no sense to me, because Obama came out of his mouth when him and his wife came into office with all them student loans they owe, and say, well, we're going to make it where we can give you affordable health care and that we help people to improve their credit. Well, let me ask you something. How is it logical if I go to the hospital and they say, well, we're going to not turn you down, but now you created a debt for me because the deductible hasn't been met. Now I got to make more arrangements to pay a $5,000, $7,000, $7,500, or $9,000 deductible for health care. And I don't make no more than $30,000 or $40,000 a year. And it's enough. I got to pay my rent, pay my car, get food on the table. And you're telling me that in this great America, that I have to pay for a high deductible, get limited services on that. And how is that equal? And if I don't have it, you're going to take the very one thing that I get that gives me some relief, and that's my income tax refund, and now you're going to take the money, and I'm right back where I'm at. I say it again, they put Obama up there because some people say he was half white, some people say he was half black. Obama was up there for a show, and he was always up there complying and trying to get along with everybody. I guess he meant well, but at the end of the day, how is it meaning well when you're not preparing American people to be financially independent, to be financially wealthy, to learn how to own things such as have their own land and their own businesses? But you don't have no problem under your laws, and Clinton and Bush's too now, to give free grants to illegal immigrants to open up gas stations, restaurants, pharmacies, and all of that. And you won't even take care of the person that's holding the sign and more likely in their right mind, but they feel hopeless at the moment because they're standing there on their own 2 feet, their own 2 hands, and asking for a meal or food. I don't understand the logic in that. So the greatest thing that happened with Trump, it was repealed. They repealed Obamacare, and they're getting ready to straighten it out. Thank God, because it didn't do nothing to make us financially wealthy. Another reason why people want the immigration borders to be wide open, let any and everything in, is because what Trump did, that they said, oh, he can't do that. He can't get these businesses to come back. Yes, he did. He got these companies to come back. He gave us a bigger tax hike. That made room for the companies to hire more people, because labor is one of your biggest tax deductions, anybody that knows that. And now he's making America great again for everybody. Trump is not a racist. Get over it. That's the propaganda and the BS lies that the liberals and the Democrats have been feeding you, because they understand that as long as they promote hate, you're an act of fool. They don't want you to have no common sense. They don't want you to understand that 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 1 does not equal 5. And we want to have open borders. And let me tell you something about why they want open borders. Think of it like this. You got a house or an apartment, you leave your door wide open in the woods, and you let bears, lions, tigers, alligators, foxes, house, everything come into your house. Do you do that? No. So why in the heck would we leave something wide open to let any and everybody with not no good sense come in here? I said it, that they need they need to put a fee from now on. Forget this lottery. Get a fee, because it seems like when you do something for free for people, they don't take advantage of it. They kind of think of like car insurance. Well, I may need it, but my likelihood of me getting in a wreck ain't gonna happen. And they only cry when they get in a car accident. Oh, how I wish I had insurance. But if you give a set fee, $1,200, requirements: you need to fluently speak English, pass the test, you need to speak it, and you need to write it. You need to have a clear, full background check. We need to validate everybody in your household. There will be a census that will be done. You will need to take certain courses. You will be just like every American. We will not give you grants. If we don't do it for our own people, we're not going to give you grants to start up your own businesses. You will have to work hard, and you will have to do what needs to be done. You will have to, if you get loans, you will have to be treated just like every American. There will be no impartiality. And when they pay that $1,200, guess what they're going to say? I had to speak English. I had to do this. I had to take a physical. I had to get my shots. I had to learn English fluently. And then I had to pay this $1,200. I've earned the right to be a citizen. When we start, see, people find value in what they pay for. Don't give no more free to them. Don't give nothing free, because they become lazy, whiny, and then try to act like they're a victim of their own wrong. Wrong is wrong. Red plus red does not equal blue. Yellow plus yellow does not equal green. Red plus red equals red. And I can't wait. I hope they hurry up and build this wall. They need to build it. I wish we could have the wall before Christmas. The Democrats would rather see you ignorant and powerless rather than for you to logically think what's going on. You got to ask yourself, you got to make it plain enough in your mind to see if it makes sense. If the only answer that I come to the table is, I hate you, I'm going to stop you at the door, or it's always the man's fault. If that's all I can give you, but I ain't got no numbers to back what I'm saying, you need to question the people that you have talking to you. Because talk is cheap, but results are facts. You can't deny a fact. I want President Trump to know that even though he's over here, we that are supporters, and let me tell you something, the silent American supporters for you, we are behind you 200%. And it's going to be a tidal wave of red. And a lot of people say, well, the Republicans this and that. You know what? I want to encourage each and every one of you. Join your local county Republican Party. You ain't got to announce who you are. Come to the meetings. We teach that. I don't know what Democrats teach, because I've been seeing craziness. But we teach about decency and order, Roger Rules of Order. We talk about policies. We get involved. We're very patriotic. We explain to you, not as one color thing or one race thing, as an American people, the importance and the value of being Americans. And if we want to improve race relations, relationships with men and women, that comes from us stepping out on faith and showing up and truly listening and getting to know each other. People are promoted or taught by ignorances because they don't know. They go by what media, old fake media tells you, or fake news. I had someone to say one time to me, because I said, President Trump loves America and he's a masterful businessman. And what that person said to me was, I didn't realize you knew Trump so intimately. And I said, let me explain to you like this, and listen to me carefully. If I was to go where you were going, then I wouldn't have known no better that those who say Trump is a racist, that they know him so intimately. See, when you come for me and put a finger at me, remember 4 fingers go back at you. See, I did my research. I had to, with my graduate studies, I had to learn certain businessmen and their strategies and be able to explain it and apply it to like running a business. President Trump was one of those guys. I have The Art of the Deal, Think Big. I learned a lot about his biography, his history, the deals he made, the words he shares, and guess what? That's how I know, based on the results that he's doing, because it's fact, that he's a masterful businessman. I said, but the liberals and the Democrats will have you promote that he's a racist. That's on feelings and perception. Nobody live with him but Melania and maybe some close officials or whatever. They know him. I don't. I'm not in his head. I'm not in his body. But when he says out of his mouth that he loves America and that he is the president of all, I accept it for what it is, for who he is. And I believe it. I have no time to dissect or have so much hate in my heart that I'm not willing to forgive and listen. So if you want to go protest, you go ahead and knock yourself out. Wish the best to you. Because my final statement to you is, with all the billions that we wasted, the billions that we gave to illegal immigrants and their kids, that could have helped millions of Americans to have health insurance and not pay all these ridiculous deductibles and have limited services. This is what I say. If you got to go back home, then you go back home. We gave you free education. We gave you, some of you, free grants and maybe some loans. You were given actually the entitlement to have apartments and homes and cars. You knew the language. So guess what? Go back home and teach your people. And you could become wealthy right there. But see, when immigrants come over here, they hate on their own people. But yet they want you to love them. So a person that hates their own people, how in the world are they going to respect and love American values? If you're wrong, go back home. I'm sure we're going to give you a nice flag, nice train, nice butt, whatever. And you go back and you take what you done took for free that the taxpayers done paid for, and you apply it to your own country. And if you know right, instead of begging to come across here legally, what you should do is have negotiations with the United States to bring our citizens over there to teach you how to have your own businesses and to be prosperous. And if you choose to come over here, baby, you're going to pay a fee and you're going to go through the process. No more slap on the back, no more doormat, no more kissing your butt, no more the cries and the tears and all the more fancy signs you got up there. We have to now stop the bad habits and the bad situations. God bless each and every one of you. Share if you like, subscribe if you like. And bless our president of the United States of America. I'm so proud of what he's doing. Bless our leadership. Bless our administration. Bless this wonderful country that we're in. We are so blessed and fortunate. I was looking in an article where they said one country, I don't know who it was, that women just got the right to drive a car. I was like, what? I'm so glad I am a born United States citizen of America. Thank God for our military law enforcement. Thank God for our ICE. Thank God for each and every one of you, because you protect me and you protect all of us, and you don't even know our names. Thank God for you. Thank God for our world leaders. Yeah, you may get mad about those tariffs or whatever. We still want to bless you anyhow. But you need to understand, we're not going to play foot tag or play doormat and take what you give us and think we supposed to run with it because you think you're so intimidating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't come off with that old game with President Trump. It's a new day. Either we compromise and negotiate, or we don't really deal at all. It is what it is. America is waking up to the name that we became when our forefathers put their feet on this land. And with those groups that were already here, our Native American Indians that were already here, we worked together. And everything didn't come out as a wise decision, but guess what? We're still here. How Drake said, start from the bottom, now we're here. And we ain't going back to the bottom, letting open borders, not building a wall, getting rid of ICE, causing people to lose jobs. See, they want them to lose jobs, but yet they want to take your jobs. Better think. God bless each and every one of you. You have a prosperous and wonderful Saturday. I appreciate your presence here. Take care.